Footballer hair transplants are becoming more common, especially among Premier League players and international soccer stars. Since Wayne Rooney disclosed his own hair restoration surgery in 2011, an increasing amount of sportspeople have chosen to have surgery. Who else in the football team has undergone a hair transplant? Let's investigate. Rooney's well-known hair transplant has served as an example for future generations of footballers who also want to address their own hair loss. Rooney openly shared information about his procedure back in 2011 and has since undergone a second hair transplant to maintain a full and thick head of hair. Antonio Conte, who is now widely recognized as a successful manager, had a successful career as a football player, playing for Italian clubs Lecce and Juventus. However, during his time at Juventus, he experienced significant hair loss. Although Antonio Conte has not publicly acknowledged it, it is highly likely that he underwent some form of hair restoration surgery to improve the appearance of his hair. Swiss footballer Xherdan Shaqiri has not openly discussed his hair restoration, but there are indications that he may have undergone a hair transplant around the time he was out of action for 2 months due to injury in 2019. These indications include reports that he was unable to head the ball during this period, as well as his noticeably improved head of hair. David Beckham has been known for his fashionable hairstyles over the years. However, in 2020, photos emerged showing his hair thinning, leading to rumors about whether or not he had a hair transplant. While there are alternative ways to conceal thinning hair, such as using hair fibers or thickening spray, it's unclear if Beckham had a hair transplant. Nonetheless, he appears to have taken some sort of restorative measure, as he now has a desirable head of hair in 2023. During his time at Newcastle United, Andros Townsend showed typical signs of male-pattern baldness, with hair loss occurring at both temples, which is a common symptom of androgenetic alopecia in men. However, in more recent years, his hairline has become very straight, which suggests that he may have undergone an after hair transplant. Jurgen Klopp, who has been the manager of Liverpool for a long time, recently shared that he underwent a hair transplant when he was playing for Borussia Dortmund in Germany. Klopp is known for being open and honest, and his hair transplant was widely reported at the time. David Silva had been concealing his receding hairline, which had an M shape, for a number of years by styling his hair to a medium length. However, when he decided to shave his head in 2017, the true extent of his hair loss became apparent. Following this, David underwent a hair transplant procedure and his hair has since grown back with a much more even hairline, with no obvious signs of recession. It seems that Sadio has taken a similar path as his former manager Jurgen Klopp, as he has left the club with noticeably more hair than he had when he first joined. However, like many other players, Sadio has not openly admitted to undergoing a hair transplant procedure. In 2014, Cesc Fabregas made his return to the Premier League with a different football club and a new hairline, which had been achieved through surgery. Within just a few months, his hairline had noticeably improved. Fast forward to 2023, and Cesk's hairline looks much straighter than before. Slaven Bilic is also among the football names who have hair transplant. The differences between the photos clearly prove this. Dimitar Berbatov played in the Premier League for many years, but he decided to have a hair transplant only after retiring from his football career. Ryan Giggs has disclosed that he underwent a hair transplant procedure after receiving several non-surgical treatments for hair restoration. He expressed curiosity about how his hair would have looked if he hadn't received the previous 10 to 15 years of treatment, acknowledging that it wouldn't have been as good as its present appearance. Gianfranco Zola's hair has appeared much thicker in recent years, and it has been reported that he underwent multiple hair transplant procedures to achieve this result. Christian Eriksen's hairline has undergone some changes over time. In the early stages of his career at Ajax, he displayed noticeable signs of male-pattern baldness. However, by 2014, his receding hairline seemed to have improved as his temples had filled out again. Cenk Tosun, a Turkish footballer, has had a hair transplant to improve his receding hairline, but there are some rumors that he might be using hair fibers instead to make his thinning hair look fuller.
In 2021, Rob Holding, who plays as a centre-back for Arsenal, underwent a hair transplant procedure at the Wimpole Clinic. He has been candid about how the hair restoration surgery has affected him.
It has been reported that a French soccer player underwent a hair transplant procedure at the hair transplant clinic.